Non-stop rock talk with Tyson Bryden. Welcome to Non-stop rock talk. I am your host, as always, Tyson Bryden. Today, I am very happy to welcome singer Robin McAuley. Robin, welcome. It's great to have you back on the show.
Thank you, Tyson. Thank you for having me. My pleasure.
No, it's always a pleasure. I know our conversations in the past have always been fantastic. So,
let's try and up the ante.
Yeah, let's do that. So with all that said, it is only a matter of days until your third solo release for Frontiers Records is released.
Yeah.
The album is entitled Soulbound.
Yes.
In saying that, the second track on the album is also entitled Soulbound. It's always interesting to me when it comes to the title of an album and what it kind of derives from, what inspired the artist to call it as such. And I mean, and then there's the album cover itself. So in terms of this album, as I mentioned, there is a song called Soulbound. What was your vision in terms of naming the album Soulbound?
So Soulbound, the song, came to me via my new producer on this, Aldo Lenobile. He's the new guy at the label at Frontiers. And I had submitted all 11 or 12 songs to the label. And then Alessandro Del Vecchio, who had produced Standing on the Edge and the Alive albums beforehand, he left the label. I was introduced to Aldo. And I guess, everybody new that comes, into the recipe wants to put their ingredient into it. So Aldo goes, hey, I've got maybe another 4 or 5, maybe 6 songs that I'd love you to take a listen to. Don't have to use them, but just to mix it up a little bit in terms of different writers and that sort of stuff. So Soulbound came in, was written by 2 Swedish writers, Teresa Persson and Jan Ackerson. And Teresa had sang on the demo. I loved the sound of the track, but I thought, I wonder if I could do it justice. So I demoed it myself because I really liked it. Sent it back to Aldo. Aldo goes, wow, this is great. This is just giving it a whole new flavor. I think the track suits you. And I went, well, I really like the title as well. And as we move forward, I'll be strongly considering using that as maybe the album title. I just liked it. There was something about it that just seemed to set up the third record for me. And I used my same graphic artist, Nello Del Olmo, who did Standing on the Edge Alive. And because of sort of where the album went lyrically, I went, yeah, Soulbound is definitely the way to go. So I fired off a couple of ideas in terms of the artwork. But on this one, I kind of wanted to sort of give him a freer hand, no pun intended.
Yeah.
And I said, I want it, dark into light, light into dark. I'd like it a little bit gothic, I'd like the pillars sort of cathedral-ish. And as you move out of the darkness, I'm trying to pull you back in from the light. And that's basically, I just threw this at him.
Yeah.
And how much would I lose in the translation? Because, they're all Italians, right?
Right.
and they're talking to an Irish guy. So they're right there is a problem, right? Yeah. So Nello is amazing. He came back to me and he goes, is this kind of what you were thinking? And I'm going, oh man, this is just awesome. Took away a little bit of the light because it was a little blinding at some point. Yeah. And I went, is that me like up there floating?
I love that.
So we played with that a little bit, and here you have Soulbound, and it just worked out great. And I've used it as a backdrop on the stage, and it's just awesome. It's just really good. Because
That's
before that, I had used the Alive artwork,
yeah.
and that was pretty awesome. So there's a sort of a theme in terms of the colors that he uses that looks great on the live stage. So yeah, there's the story.
What I noticed today, and I love the fact that Frontiers has kept your logo name the same on all three albums. So
Yeah, that was important.
yeah, and I mean, I have the first two on vinyl.
Yeah,
So
that was important. I don't know if you've seen me blithering on, but it's just
oh, that looks
gorgeous. The shine on that
awesome.
thing. It is just, look at it.
And it's high gloss again.
Oh my God. And
Gatefold.
oh, it's a gatefold. And if that wasn't enough, I'm going to put my,
Oh, that
look at
looks
this.
amazing.
Isn't that awesome? So
Yeah,
wanted to share that. I think that just,
that looks
they do
fantastic.
an amazing job. So I couldn't be happier. And sorry, I'm blinding you here.
No, that's
So
fine.
with Aldo's production on this, it takes it up another notch because um, I wanted to keep. Aldo had some ideas, so he brought in a new drummer, Alfonso Mocerino, thunderous. He brought in additional guitars from just an amazing guitar player, Alessandro Mamola. Some keys, not a lot of keys on this record. There is on Soulbound, not on the rest of it. Antonio Agate, but for me, I really wanted to keep. I consider him my guitar player from Standing on the Edge and Alive, Andrea Cerveso. And Andrea, once I'd been chatting to him, and he's involved with Alessandro Del Vecchio for about 2/3 of the songwriting. And we started this one just like we did the previous two, but I started it out with the intention of really pushing him. I went, come on, you need to get up front and center a lot more. So he got involved with the writing more on this than he did on the previous two. And I just like his tone. I love
Yes,
his
I
melodies. And I went, dude, I need to hear more of you. And he goes, oh, you're too kind. And he's kind of shy. He's an amazing engineer also.
oh,
You know, so the he's got a lot going on up here. And he loves messing with amps and different tones, and he does a little his own little piece on Facebook on different media to sort of, this is what I do. And I love what he does, and so I wanted to push him more. I wanted to hear more of his lead breaks. I wanted to just feature him more and get a more edgy, a more rocky sort of, yeah, just that
yeah.
in your face, as opposed to and no, I don't like doing more of the same. I've done too much of more of the same over the years. And when you're doing solo, it's kind of a very lonely life
I'm sure it
because
is. Yeah,
because
good point.
all the fingers up. Yeah, you get a little bit more freedom because you express yourself like how you want, but at the same time, I like to still feel it like a band situation, even though it's I'm sending all the files through the universe and they land somewhere in Naples.
I mean, I love his playing. I mean, since the
He's
first
awesome.
record.
Yeah, yeah, he's awesome. He really is awesome, and so I wanted to feature him more. I use the same studio engineer here in LA, Andy Zuckerman, and he's worked with me on all three records. I always tell people it's kind of funny when I go to Andy because I do all my demos at home,
Yeah.
and then I send them out to Aldo, and then he goes, which 11 do you want? So I go through the 11 that I want to pick, and then he goes, yeah, I think this is great. And we come up with a track listing, and then he'll send all of the stems back into Andy's studio at the Institute of Noise. I show up at the studio with the mics already sorted. He's ready for me to go, and he has absolutely no idea what it is that I'm
Wow.
going to be singing because he doesn't hear the demo. He
Right.
just he just gets the tracks.
Oh, wow.
So we get in and then we map it out, and I go, yeah, this is the intro, and this is the first verse, and this is the second verse, and so we map it out, and we just laughed, and he goes, okay, let's do it. And I don't spend Tyson, I don't spend any more than about 2 hours on a track. And Andy will always say, if you don't do it in 2 hours, dude, you need to go home.
Really?
and that and that's kind of always been our work ethic, that I come in, I'm usually very, very prepared. with what it is that I'm supposed to do and what it is that I want to put down on the track. So I do all my lead vocals, I do all my own background vocals, and we knock that out in about 2 hours. Sometimes we run over a little bit, but not much.
Sorry.
And it's got to be, you come in, you do it, no time wasting. And then we'll take a listen, fresh ears the next morning, and go, yep, it's all there. If there's a repair that I'm not happy about how I phrase something, I'll fix it before we start the next vocal track. So that's kind of the procedure, and then you'll hit the send button, and it ends on Aldo's desk over in Naples.
That's amazing. It's funny that you mentioned that, because I wanted to ask you that. How has it differed over the years since, say, recording Perfect Timing with Michael Schenker?
Oh God, yeah. Oh, I mean, it's completely different. Different, and yet when I work with the Black Swan stuff, I know we're not talking about Black Swan, but when I work with Black Swan, I go to the studio with Jeff and Reb, and so now we have more of that interaction going on. With me, it's the long and lonely windy road. And people go, well, what do you want? Well, what do you want? Is this what you want? And I'm going, I don't know what I want. I want my mommy. Yeah, you get to express yourself a little bit different, but it is the procedure is different because you were used to going into a rehearsal room, doing all the pre-production, and you're used to having a producer stand there looking over your shoulder, telling you what it is that you should or shouldn't be doing. I do that with Aldo. We converse either by calling, by Zoom, whatever it is we use. And we get it done, and we get it done seamlessly. It's a very easy, non-complicated process. Once we've discussed the sounds that we're after, the rest kind of just falls in place. There was one great example. I think it was a track called Bloody, Bruised, and Beautiful that's on there. And I started to sing it, and Andy would kind of go, look at me, and I would look at Andy, and I'm going, I know what you're going to say. And then we finished the track, the vocals, and I said, man, I hate that drum machine. And he goes, I've been wanting to tell you that throughout the whole track, but I didn't want to break your vibe, right? So I get on the phone to Aldo the next morning, and he goes, track sounds awesome. Great job. And I went, I hate that drum machine, Aldo. And he goes, what drum machine? No, what that damn drum machine did you put on that track? It's so off-putting. And he goes, but there is no drum machine.
Oh, wow.
He goes, he said, you know what I did? I triggered. I have triggers that I use for certain. When I want to put a fill in that's not there ready, I'll put a fill in. And I went, he goes, wow, good ears, McAuley. You did hear that. And I went, damn right I heard that. So once we took all of that stuff off, and I heard Alfonso play, and I'm going, now that's the real deal right there. And so, yeah, somebody asked me earlier today what I thought about auto-tuning. And I went, same as I do about drum machines.
I love that you say that, Robin. I love hearing that, because I feel the same way.
I don't need it, but thank God.
Yes.
I don't need it. I know there are people who do. If you want to sound like Mickey Mouse, then go ahead, use it.
Yeah, exactly.
And I used to work, and I did say this earlier too. I remember on the Save Yourself album, we worked with the producer on that one, Frank Filippetti, and Frank would always say, and it stuck with me ever since. It might not be perfect, but it's got a vibe, and I'll take the vibe over the imperfection.
Makes sense, right?
Got a thing that just makes it work, and perfection is not always the key to the feeling, and it kind of stuck with me. And so if there's a little something that I'm going, wish I had done that better, but it has a vibe, I'll stick with the vibe.
You stick with it. That's
but
good.
Don't give me auto-tune. What is that?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that makes. I don't even know how to put that. I don't want to insult anybody.
Yeah, I know you can say it. You can tell me. You can tell me I'm a doctor.
Well, I mean, I don't. I have a hard time with it. I mean, it's fake, and
it is, and that's what it is. That's all you need to say. It's fake.
Was there anything else that Aldo did that might have been different than other producers in the past?
Obviously he comes in after Alessandro, and he wants to put he's a great guitar player. Just let's get that out of the way. He's a great bass player. So now I have that. I have Alessandro Momola, who's just a killer guitar player, and now I have my Andrea Cerveso, who's a killer guitar player. And I'm going, damn, no pressure on you, McAuley. He's better be good, right?
Yeah.
So I'm surrounded by these great players, and he added that, and it was almost like going, I want to give you this, use it.
Yeah.
Right. And he brought his thunder to the mixing, and he was always on it. He goes, you like this? What do you think of that? Is that what you wanted there? And it was minimalistic what we were just fixing. Yeah. Because it was the cake, the recipe was great. The temperature in the oven was great. And we just cooked it. And I'm using a lot of different puns here.
No, I like it. That's good.
But that's basically what we did. So he added everything that he added that I wanted him to add, and he threw more into the mix, and I couldn't have asked for anything better. Great drummer with Alfonso Mascherino. He's a top drummer in the sort of Naples, Milan area. He's well known, and he plays some awesome stuff on this. So yeah, I won.
I haven't listened to the whole album, but what I have listened to, I've really enjoyed.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm, let's be honest, at my age, people go, oh, McAuley's put a solo record out. Do I care? Some people will, some people won't,
I mean, I don't see it that way. Like for me, I look forward to even when Black Swan albums come out and when your solo albums come out, because I always know that it's going to be good.
Oh, thank you, Tyson. Now, on the Black Swan front, number 3 is in the can, ready for mixing. In
really?
fact, I was just discussing stuff with Reb this morning because we were trying to figure out the track listing, and
that's amazing. I can't wait.
And some of Reb's analogies are great. I should just not not to paraphrase him, but he was going, if I listen to a record, I want it all to come at me. I don't want it to go dipping in and out. It's like I don't want to watch a Netflix movie. Him quoting him now. I don't want to watch a Netflix movie and you go, you have to wait till this point to get the gist of it. And he goes, I want the gist right away. I don't want to wait. Don't keep me waiting till the end, because if I have to wait till the end, I might get bored. Throw it at me. Come out the gate and scare the crap out of me, and now I'm ready. Yeah, so we were selecting which way should we go, or should we just save a little bit? And he goes, I don't want to save anything, just go, And I think it's me saying it, but I had a great record, great songs on this record. Yeah. So I'm very excited. I'm always very excited about the Black Swan stuff. It's just, it's a great part. The sad part of it is, of course, that people continue to ask, why don't we see it live? And of course, Jeff's so crazy, Reb's crazy, Matt's crazy. But this year we'll see Winger winding down with their live shows. April 27th, Winger opens up the 3-day festival for Frontiers Rock Festival in Milan. I'm on the 3rd day, and I think Matt is also in there. And now there's a whole bunch of fans going, wait a minute, wait. 2/3 of Black Swan? Are we going to get some Black?
That would be amazing. That would be like the big surprise ending.
I know. So I don't know. Maybe they're planning something, but I hope they tell me in plenty of time.
It'd be good if they told you, right? You get there and they're like, oh, by the way.
By the way, yeah. So, and we're picky. We like to be prepped, It's straight ahead rock and roll, but it's complex. So you can't just show up and pretend you know how to play.
Well, that's just it. I mean, and that's what makes those records so great too, is the complexity within, right?
Yeah, and Reb's he's an awesome player. Jeff is just brings everything to the party. He's an amazing producer, engineer, and yet he won't mix the record. He does not want to mix it. He goes, no, no, I don't want to mix it.
Oh,
But he will supervise, and Reb will supervise, and we'll all be nitpicking, and there'll be too many chefs and too many cooks in the kitchen.
well, I mean, I was wondering. I was like, until I heard recently that there was a third album coming, and I was like, I hope there's going to be another one. I hope this wasn't just like 2 albums and done. So
Yeah, no, and that makes 6 for me with Frontiers.
Frontiers, I know, yeah.
In what, 4 years? Woo-hoo.
4 or 5 years, yeah. What was it? The first Black Swan was
I
5
haven't
years
played
ago.
that many records in my whole life.
It's amazing. What I will ask you on the new solo album on Soulbound, you had mentioned to me in the past that when you did the first Black Swan album, Jeff had that microphone. Are you still using that microphone?
I destroyed the microphone. My favorite U87 that just loved me and I loved it. Then we moved up to a 67 that I liked even better. I liked it even better. We set it up for this record, and there's something going on with the diaphragm that was distorting a little bit, and we used an old Sony microphone that he'd had, very expensive microphone, and it was awesome. I can't remember exactly what the model number is. I could find it, but Jeff has he's got quite the bag of tools, and he's very, very good at going, this is the microphone that will suit your voice more than this microphone. And he you know, that comes from the regularity of he knows my tone, and he knows what I like to work with. And so he has a microphone for all occasions.
That is awesome.
So we destroyed the 87, went to the 67, which is, I think, probably the old U67 was probably my favorite go-to microphone. But this Sony was pretty awesome.
Was pretty awesome.
You can't really tell the difference.
Did you use that 67 on the second Black Swan album or the 87?
I did. All of it. All of it. And Jeff would all the time go, that microphone loves you. And I'm going, I love that microphone. And I went, can I steal it? Will you notice it if I take this on the way out the door?
Yeah.
He goes, damn right I will. And then we got into a bit of a flap when we started this one, because that's how I started. And he goes, can you hear that? And I went, yeah, there's certain areas in my vocal range that'll just distort it. And we thought we'll never be able to get it out off the track.
Yeah.
We'll never be able to hide it. So we just have to, and he didn't have time to have it sent off for maintenance or repairs. So, but we moved on to the Sony, and it was awesome.
Perfect.
Tiny little microphone.
Oh, really? Eh?
Man, I get the.
When you say you love that microphone, when you're actually recording the track and you're hearing it, I would assume in your headphones.
Yes.
Is it you hear it really well in there, or it's on the playback that?
Oh, I see what you're saying. I have a habit of moving off mic sometimes, just because it's the live thing that I kind of do.
Right.
When I'm out with my front of house engineer, he goes, "Would you just keep that microphone right there?" He goes, "You have a tendency to, and I forget because you have stage antics and all of that sort of stuff, and I kind of sort of run into the studio and I'm going, forget I'm in the studio, so
Yeah.
But I'm the great thing with the 67 for me was it brings out the texture in your vocals. So whether I'm in quiet or I'm on full tilt, it captures all those little nuances that's in your vocals, picks up whispers really nice. It has a warm yet really direct punch to it, and it doesn't get distorted, doesn't sound nasally. It's if anything, it captures exactly who you are. And then of course, when it goes into the mix, they do whatever it is.
Yeah.
Whatever salt and pepper they put over the top of it to put it into the mix. And that's what I like about it. It just captures. If I want to sing a really slow moving part in a song that might be just coming at you out the gate, it'll capture it. You'll hear every little nuance, and I really like I like that.
That's amazing. Do you have a preference of what you use live as well for a microphone?
So I'm currently using I like Shure more than I do. Am I allowed to say that? More than I do Sennheiser. Sennheiser works great. So if you want to give me a free Sennheiser, I'll take it. No, but
That's what I'm using.
have to get that out there first. I typically use wireless Shure, and then I use big plug coming up. I also I like to bring my own capsule, and I'm going to be upfront and honest because if you're at a festival, you're probably 9 times out of 10, unless you carry your own personal microphone, you're going to be using something that somebody else was using.
Yes.
And if you don't want to get sick, then you need to make sure that microphone is clean, sanitized, because I have gotten major throat infections over the years because the capsule was not clean. And you have to imagine it's, everybody's up there, the sound crew up there testing it. It's every Tom, Dick, and Harry. No disrespect, but that's just the reality of the situation. So I bring my own KSM9 capsule that you can just screw off, put it into cartoid positioning on the inside of the capsule, which is much more vocals. Screw it back on. Don't forget to take it with you when you're leaving. And just it keeps me sanitized. It's mine. And it works great for me because it has great directional power. It gives it an extra. KSM knife just gives me that extra headroom that I love to have. I like to have I listen to stuff. I guarantee you, if you were in the studio and you put my cans on, it would blow your head off. I have it really loud. I'm definitely not deaf, but I play them really loud because I kind of like that whole, like you're using wedges, like you're not using your in-ears. I just like to feel it around me and feel the thump of it. But the beauty of the in-ears, of course, is that you get to go above. You can have it as loud as you want, and then you can tilt yourself right above there so you're sitting on top of the mix as opposed to in it where you're, you can't fight with guitars, and you cannot fight with a kick drum that's up on a riser right at the back of your head because it's just powering through. And if other people on the stage are not using in-ears, then that's going to come through the wedges. And I don't need to have that. That's just me. I don't need to have that because you can't fight it. The voice is the only real acoustic instrument on the stage, and it's up to your good friend up the front of the house and your monitor guy up on the stage to make sure that, if I have to push and scream, I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
And that's just what works for me, Tyson.
Well, I mean, it's like, I'm a guitar player, so when I'm playing live, like a theater or something like that, because I play in a tribute band, Bon Jovi.
Right.
So I play guitar in that. But for me, it's always, I have to be able to hear my guitar. And if it's at that level in my monitor where it's just there, it drives me crazy. And I'm struggling the whole time. So so I need that. And I'm always
let me give you I'll give you a little insight. So when I play with Michael is very, very specific. He has a specific distance from where his cabs are to where his first wedge is. And he has wedges throughout the stage. Aesthetically, not great to look at. But every place there's a wedge is a sweet spot.
Yeah.
And he has it marked by his tech, and he has different parts and different solos where he needs a specific tone for that solo. And so he'll mark his sweet spot. And so Michael doesn't use any, and he's at 12. So there's no way I could compete with that if I didn't have my in-ears.
Right.
and he is coming full throttle out of those. So I need to be
Yeah,
I need to be there.
you need to be able to hear
Um,
yourself.
and so that's how it works in that scenario, and I duplicate that with everybody else that I
So,
be up against.
I mean, with that said, back in the day before in-ears, was it more of
Oh
a
God,
struggle?
oh jeez, I would lose my voice on a regular basis because you're screaming, you're not singing anymore.
Right.
You're like screaming to try and just hear yourself through a wedge that has all of the drums, all of the keys, all of the bass, and all of Michael's guitars just coming right in your face. And you're going, how do you compete with that? Some singers didn't have an issue and they'd smoke and drink and do all the other stuff. Can they smoke and drink now is the question.
No. Can they sing now? Right.
And so I very quickly learned that all of those things that I was presented with just weren't working for me.
Right.
And I went, I'm gonna blow this engine real fast at the base of action. Thank God in-ears
Right.
came on the market. And I have several pairs and I've tried several different companies and there's some really, really they just keep upgrading, adding more drivers in there. That's just it gives you as close as you can to a studio setup. But what's key are your monitor guys and your front of house key. They're like your best friend in the world.
Absolutely. I agree with that.
And so you need that. If your monitor guy has no idea what it is or how to achieve what it is that you need to make it comfortable for you, then that's a battle in itself, you know. So the good thing is on that, of course, is if you're fortunate enough to
Yeah.
work with a good monitor guy, for example, and you get a great on the stage setup that you're really, really happy with, best thing to do is to put all that on a stick and you have the settings and you
And you're
bring it
good
with
to
you
go.
wherever you go
Yeah.
and go and you go get me back to what's on there and it saves a huge amount of time because you don't always have the same people, you know. So it saves a huge. That's just a little go-to tip. Yeah. Same works for guitars, of course. Same works for you. Same works for
Exactly.
guitar.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't use in-ears, and the guys in my band all do except for me. Because
Yeah. Have you tried them?
no, I haven't.
Yeah.
And my bass player keeps telling me that I should.
Yeah. Michael said to me, I think maybe Sweden Rock last year. He goes, I have a good idea. I'm thinking of using in-ears. I go, please don't, because now you'll start hearing shit that you never heard for years.
Good point. Please don't do it. That's awesome. So with that said, about when we were talking earlier before we started, you had mentioned you're busy with a bunch of live stuff
Yes.
coming up.
Yes. So, over the past year, 18 months when I was out with MSG, um, different promoters from different countries, Sweden, Germany, the UK, etc., came out to see these shows. The festivals are awesome. And then I started getting these calls, disgruntled calls. Can't believe I was at that show and I didn't hear one McAuley Schenker song. What's up with that? Right?
Oh,
And it
wow.
was a 2 hour show and not one. And so there was a festival in Manchester in the UK last October called Firefest, and the promoter called me with that same complaint, and he said, I would love to have you in, but I just need to hear McAuley Schenker songs because that's what we don't get to hear in an MSG show these days. We'd love to hear some Grand Prix, and obviously we want to hear some of
Yeah.
your solo stuff. Do you think you could work up a set? I'll create a band in the UK for you, and come in for rehearsals and yada yada. So I did, played the festival, and it had this domino effect. Now I got left the UK, and suddenly I'm in Sweden. I play Sweden, and then I get another offer for Sweden, and then I get another offer to come back to Sweden. And then I got offers from Germany, Spain, and of course I'll be in Italy. And now when we do the Frontiers Festival in April, we're thinking of what a shame I rehearse the band that's on Soulbound and not do any more than just that one show situation. So we're going to add about another five or six shows, and I have most of August in the UK for shows. So right now the year looks busy, and 2 weeks on the 10th through 15, I will do the Monsters of Rock with MSG.
That's amazing. It sounds like I need to go to Europe to see you.
Not that far.
But honestly,
not that far.
Rob, that's amazing. Robin, I want to thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you.
It's always a pleasure. I don't know if you recall, I had sent you a text last year in regards to a couple songs that my girlfriend loved.
Right.
I don't know if you remember on Messenger, and you responded to me.
Tell me, remind me, and forget.
It was a couple things. It was on in terms of a couple. What was? I'm lost my train of thought now. Off the first Black Swann album. Oh, Make It There.
Oh, Make It. Oh my God, it's a beautiful song.
And I had asked, what was the whole meaning of that? And it totally had no idea what it was, but I just wanted, she is here right now, but
hi, girlfriend.
I just wanted to mention that to you. Yeah. I just wanted to mention that to you. It was very nice of you to respond to me, and
it's a it's a beautiful song, and it really is what it says. It's basically the person that you're closest to in your life, the one that you means to you in your heart, in your soul, and you think that you messed up. Now you have to make good, and you're asking yourself the question: after all of this, I messed up. Will I ever get back where we were? And that's sometimes it's a monumental jump. Because
song.
Forgiveness is an easy phrase. I forgive you, but then you put your head on the pillow and you go, do I?
Yeah,
you know.
Good point.
And so I wonder if we will ever make it there. Because this is where this is my happy place. And we all have a happy place. Good to be there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I have my 31 years. That's just so you know.
Yes.
31 years, same woman. And
I love that.
And I got to finish by telling you that we just became first-time grandparents. So we're super.
Oh, congratulations. That's amazing,
Sue. We're
Robin.
6 weeks old. Super excited. Yeah.
Well, that's amazing. Well, congratulations
thank you.
to both of you.
I'm sorry, that's like I shouldn't, but yeah.
No, that's cool. That's awesome.
We're very excited. So, in the midst of rock and roll, it's okay to be happy with a grandchild.
It absolutely is. Okay, well, thank you again, and I'm sure we will talk again.
I hope so. And have a great rest afternoon. This must be late with you, right?
You too.
Yeah.
No. Okay. Take care, Rob.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Thank you. Bye.
Embracing me.